Hey, welcome back to my channel. In this video, I'm gonna talk about top 5 best gaming microphones. Starting at number 5. HyperX Quadcast S. The gamer-centric HyperX Quadcast S is an excellent microphone for the gamer or streamer looking for an easy-to-use, clear-sounding mic. While it doesn't quite match up to the Yeti X in terms of sound quality, the Quadcast S makes up for it in design and feature set. The biggest draw of the Quadcast S is that it's loaded with built-in features that usually end up being pricey add-ons. For other streaming microphones, opens in new tab. The built-in shock mount prevents the mic from picking up any accidental bumps that happen during a contentious Warzone match or overly active Discord chat. The built-in pop filter is also a nice touch considering I always have issues trying to find the optimal position and distance for my rinkadink $7 pop shield, and it never quite stays where it's supposed to when mounted. The Quadcast S hits the sweet spot of price, sound, and features if you're looking to add something to your live stream. Specs-wise, the S is more or less identical to last year's Quadcast, offering the same frequency response of 20 Hz to 20 kHz, bitrate of 16-bit, 3 14mm condensers, and lets you choose between 4 polar patterns. Though my plosives tended to sound a little more blown out than I'd like, the quality of my voice sounds good. During conference calls, I can be heard clearly with numerous colleagues commenting on how much louder I was than anyone else, which is an easy fix by bringing down the gain. Coming at number 4. Rode NT-USB Mini. As tiny mics go, the Rode NT-USB Mini is an impressive offering from Rode. It takes everything I want from a premium mic and shrinks down to something more affordable, but still retains the top-tier audio quality we've come to know from Rode. It's a solid-sounding microphone despite its tendency to pick up some background noise. The $100 Rode microphone seems a bit unbelievable, but somehow it's a reality. Years ago, we reviewed the Rode NT-USB, opens in new tab. The NT-USB Mini somehow manages to shrink that mic down even further. Now it's a cute little recording cube, but it also offers some subtle, smart design improvements. Zero latency monitoring mode removes the delay of your voice in playback. That's important because, depending on the type of setup you have, it can be super distracting to hear your own voice a few milliseconds after speaking. This deals with all that rather well. The Rode NT Mini's digital mixer, Rode Connect, allows for up to 4 minis, and only minis, to be plugged into a PC. It may not seem like a big deal, but most people would be shocked to know that trying to get multiple USB mics to work on a single computer is a nightmare. It often confuses your recording software or, worse, makes all the mics share the same track, which makes it near impossible to edit. At number 3. HyperX SoloCast. The HyperX SoloCast is the best of a slew of new budget-oriented microphones. This new breed delivers their more expensive siblings' audio performance, prioritizing the sound over extensive feature sets for a frankly fantastic price. For less than $60, you're really paying for the portability and ease of use. As far as sound quality is concerned, you usually get what you pay for. But the HyperX SoloCast is hoping to prove that a microphone that's cheaper in price doesn't have to mean cheap sound. With the JLab Audio Talk Go, opens in new tab, and Razer Siren Mini, opens in new tab, all offering great sound, the HyperX SoloCast stands above the others because it gives us the audio chops of its pricier Quadcast S compatriot. That's a fantastic microphone in its own right. And we can bear losing the full list of features and range of polar patterns when we want an easy plug-and-play mic. Unlike its namesake, the SoloCast has just the single cardioid polar pattern as opposed to the 4 that's offered on the Quadcast mics. The features HyperX has sacrificed to the audio gods are a headphone jack, gain control, shock mount, internal pop filter, and, let's not forget, that fun-looking RGB lighting. All gone with the simplistic SoloCast. The gain control is particularly missed. as not being able to regulate the gain on the fly with the SoloCast is a pain since the mic sounded just a bit too hot out of the box. This means any changes you need to do have to be done on the software level in your streaming apps, such as OBS or XSplit. But if you're just after higher quality audio and don't want to mess around with gain settings midstream, the SoloCast could be all the mic you need. Number 2 of my list. Blue Yeti X. There's a reason Blue microphones tend always to have a place on our list. The Blue Yeti X is a hybrid model of the Nano and the original Yeti, an amalgam of the better bits of both. Even as new microphones enter the space, the Yeti X continues to be a reliable recommendation for anyone looking for a great sounding mic. The sturdy microphone now has an LED-lit front panel that usefully monitors your volume levels at a glance. And the sound quality remains top-notch. This smart knob of functionality also allows on-the-go tweaks to gain, headphone levels, while using the built-in 3.5mm jack and blend modes. It's crisp and clear, with an impressively wide range that feels like it represents your voice clearly in recordings. The downside to this mic is it's quite chunky, but the included stand does a great job of keeping it stable on a desk. It also does okay at keeping vibrations from shooting through it and into the microphone, causing annoying feedback. Your best bet to reduce this further will be a boom arm with some form of suspension. However, Blue recently released a World of Warcraft Edition Yeti X, opens a new tab, too. That's the one pictured above from our testing. It offers the same features as the Yeti X, except it's rocking a nice black with gold trim design along with some neat fantasy glyphs all over the mic. More importantly, it lets you choose to voice to various Warcraft races like gnomes, imps, and of course, orcs, opens a new tab. And number 1. Shure MV7 Podcast Microphone. If you're a musician or want your voice to sound the way it's meant to be heard, the MV7 is an easy recommendation. If you don't mind reaching deep into your pocketbook, that is. There are affordable mics on this list, but it is still absolutely true that if you want the best, you will have to pay for it. You don't really need to be much of a sound person to know Shure makes killer audio gear. Chances are, you've seen some of your favorite musicians rock a Shure microphone on stage or in the studio. Shure has been providing pro-grade microphones for an age, and the MV7 podcast microphone is its attempt to bring its high-end sound to content creators. You will notice some pretty loud plosives, so it might be best to invest in a shield to block your breath from the mic, or not having the mic directly in front of you when recording. The MV7 takes advantage of the Shure Plus Motive software, which lets you tweak and fine-tune your sound with relative ease. From here, you can mess with things like adding compression to your voice, adjust your EQ, and add a limiter. One of the more understated features is the auto level mode. We've seen similar features in other mics, such as the Elgato Wave 3, which basically keeps you from hitting the red. That's especially useful if your content involves lots of shouting or singing or both. So now you don't have to worry about bursting your viewers' eardrums when a jump scare gets the better of you in Phasmophobia. Also, nice if you're a bit of an audio novice, and your recording area isn't acoustically sound. Check out this video description for latest price and more informations. Thank you for watching this video. Please subscribe and stay tuned.